Senior White House correspondent of Black Press USA and an MSNBC contributor. April, thank you very much for being here. We sort of switched gears of what we were going to talk about today, because the futures markets, which are the markets that are opening in Asia, they portend what we could see at the opening bell of the New York Stock Exchange tomorrow morning. I'm concerned. We have seen leaders of major financial institutions express concern, even say that recession is highly likely by the end of the year. Is that same concern shared within the Trump administration in the White House?
Well, if we look at the optics, the president was on the golf course this weekend. Tomorrow, I am quite sure the questions will be about this indeed. There are certain sectors of America that don't play the stock market, but they are impacted. There are world leaders who are expressing concern. This is not just an American crisis. This is a global crisis. And this president has got to be sober in this moment. Anything he says can further move the market downward versus upward. So this is a very sobering moment for the economy, something that this president ran on, the price of eggs. We're not worried about eggs anymore. We're worried about cars. We're worried about tennis shoes. We're worried about cell phones. We're worried about electricity. We're worried about food. We're worried about everything that consumers buy. And now, again, this is a sobering moment. And let's see what happens. And these tariffs, Jonathan, as well. There was no rhyme or reason as to what percentage each country received. We're trying to figure out the rhyme and reason of all of this in this moment when we are tumbling economically, headed for a recession. And for others, it could be a depression.
So, April, of the two people on the screen right now, you are the one who covered the Trump White House from inside the White House as part of the press corps during Trump 1. And you are there now.
Yes.
Do you discern a difference between President Trump during his first term and President Trump now? And I ask that because I wonder if the president feels immune to the carnage, the financial carnage he has caused. Does he feel he can weather and withstand it? And does he have anyone around him in Trump 2, like he did in Trump 1, who could say to him, Mr. President, you must change course?
So it's so interesting you use the word carnage. That was the word that he used in the inauguration, that first Trump 1 inauguration, that all the leaders, the former presidents, were so upset about. Now we are seeing carnage. From Trump 1 to Trump 2, there's definitely a difference. This president feels he can do whatever he wants. He's not skirting the law. He's going beyond the law. He's doing what he wants. And many of these people around him have never had to deal with Social Security, looking for their Social Security, or having to deal with issues of Medicare or Medicaid, having to worry about the prices at the grocery store or using coupons even. These are people who have lived in the higher echelons of life and don't understand what it looks like to be the average person. Now, what I can tell you is the negative press, they are around him trying to turn the tide on the negatives, the optics, the messaging, but they're still going to go ahead with everything that they've planned. And I'm going to tell you, Jonathan, what I have seen and what we have seen, these massive numbers of people that have gone out in the streets, they are paying attention. Now, the issue is, how do you turn it around? Is it too far gone? Or will they try to change the messaging and just keep it, as I said before, or will they turn the tide? When I believe the greater hurt, the more people hurt, the more people complain, the more they listen. And if the hurt is great, and if people are hurting, if their pockets are hurting, they're losing homes, we're facing home shortages, we're facing access to capital that won't be there for businesses. We're facing some serious times. And this White House has created it. This is on their watch. This is their doing. You can't blame it on Biden. You can't blame it on Obama. This is their doing. And let's see what they listen to tomorrow at that press conference, what they say and what they hear.
And to your point, this is a cabinet, they're not just at the 1%, it's a cabinet filled with multimillionaires and a couple billionaires. April Ryan, thank you very much for coming to the Sunday Show.
Thank you, Jonathan.